Hey guys, this is Andreas from Nothing But Tablets and welcome to episode 4 of the Nothing But Tablets iPad screencast. In this episode I thought I would cover a small tip for the iPad that's become second nature to a lot of people, but as I've discovered recently, not everyone's aware of it. And that's the ability to save a web page to the home screen and give it sort of like an icon, just like any other app. And that's useful for several different things. Basically, if you're using a lot of websites, either just normal website like ours or actual website that sort of work like apps like Google Documents or anything like that, then having those websites as shortcuts on your home screen might make as much sense as having any other app there. So what you do to get this to happen is that you click this little arrow thing up by the address bar. You select add to home screen and it will either pull a preview of the web page or it will pull a specialized icon if the website supports it, and basically that means that the people who have made the website need to create an icon specifically for iOS and putting it on the website servers. So that's what we've done. So you get this sort of Nothing But Tablet logo. You hit add and it puts itself on the home screen just like any other app. You can move it around, create folders, and well, that's basically what you can do with apps on iOS. You click it and it brings you back into the website. So you can have entire folders of bookmarks instead of using the built-in bookmark thing in Safari. A small trick for doing this, let me see if I can come up with a website that most likely doesn't have this. Let's see if our parent company's website has embedded this. So yeah, as you can see, this website doesn't have an icon for iOS specifically on the server. So instead you get this sort of preview of the website as the icon. And a small tip that you can use to sort of control what that icon is going to look like, because that's a preview of what's actually visible on the screen, you can pan around and try to zoom in on specific areas and then add the icon to the home screen, and then it will actually use the sort of cropped area you zoom into instead of the entire website. But because of limitations with how far you can zoom, I wasn't able to, for instance, zoom into the logo to have that sort of cover the entire icon, so it's sort of limited, but at least it gives you a little bit more control over what the icon is going to look like. However, this feature with adding an icon to the home page is actually more powerful than just what I did right now. And where it really starts to shine is if you have an HTML5 website, HTML5 being the new programming language for websites that actually allow you to do a lot of fancy things like multi-touch and all sorts of things. Basically make a website act like an app. So one good example for that is read.amazon.com, which is Amazon's cloud reader. Amazon's cloud reader is essentially Kindle in a website. So I'm logged in right here, so it brought up some study guides I bought last year. I don't use Kindle much, so that's all I have in my account. And as you can see right now, it's brought up this little box that disappeared before I could actually read what it said, but basically it tells me to add the website to my home page. So basically it gives you instructions of what to do, because as you can see right now, this is a very nice website. You can even open up books and read and all sorts of things. However, the problem is that it's actually still in the browser. You You have the tabs visible, the Google search box. There we go. Install Kindle Cloud Reader on your iPad, tap arrow thingy, then add to home screen. If you do this with an HTML5 website, it actually opens it in full screen and actually removes the address bar and the Google bar and everything. So right now this is basically indistinguishable from an actual app because it runs full screen. You have all sorts of it's optimized for touch. You can move back and forth with touch, and you can adjust fonts, and basically you wouldn't guess that this is actually a website. This is a website. Well, it's not a website like any others, but it's a website. This is actually just a browser. It's nothing else but a browser, but it's based on or written in HTML5. And because it now runs in full screen, you wouldn't actually be able to tell that it is an app. And the reason why Amazon has made this, because they do have an app of course, is that Apple doesn't allow them to have this little button to the Kindle store in the actual app unless they start using the Apple in-app purchasing option. So by making this cloud reader, you can have a version of the Amazon Kindle app where you can actually go online and buy books, which is sort of crucial when you have an e-reader app. But because of Apple's restrictions, Amazon either had to remove the button or give Apple 30% of the profits. So that's why they did this, and as you can see, it basically looks beautiful. You wouldn't guess that this isn't an app. So this is actually quite useful, and one of the things that's very useful about this is that WordPress actually has a plugin for the iPad, or a plugin for WordPress that creates a specialized iPad version of the website. So basically, if you want to create an app but you don't want to go through the process of programming it and releasing it through Apple, you can actually just sign up for a free WordPress account and then activate that plugin and then create the website or the app using that HTML5 plugin. So just to go to a website that I set up as a demo for a Minecraft server. This is a .wordpress.com website, and as you can see, this is the front page right now. So if I do save this to the home screen and then open it back up, I get this full screen thing with a swipe me, and this is still a website, and this looks more like a website than anything else, but or more like a website than the Amazon app, but it's still nicer than WordPress in general, and this hasn't really been customized at all. So basically, if you want to create an app and you don't want to actually make the app, this is a really simple way to do it. And if you already have a WordPress site, you can just install the plugin, which I think it's called On Touch or something like that, I'm not sure. So yeah, that's just a very simple way of using the Safari save to home screen feature to sort of create apps out of your web pages. This has been episode 4 of the iPad screencast, and thank you for watching.